like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. In motion, Hill. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Here's Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target, and it's third down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. And they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Fields now to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Back to throw, Fields. They set up the screen to Chubb. Oh, he shifts past him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chigakakwo. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. It's caught. And it's 8-0. And the formula there on the two-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
To throw is Fields. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8. Here's Fields. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical, because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
You talk about this Giant defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
From the gun, Mayfield completes it to Jennings. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards there for number 15.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. There he goes, right side. Down the right sideline. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Matt Gay on for the extra point. He's got it, so they take just the 1 here, and that makes it an 8-7 game in the first. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They go play action. Mayfield. And complete to Drake London. Finding room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Good yardage after the catch as that played good for 30 and a first.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Seahawks are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Throw left side, caught by Ryman. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Pollard, he'll take it up the gut. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tony Pollard, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Now it's Fields. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. Now Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Throwing, Mayfield. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play fake, Mayfield. And this is caught, Jennings. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They got 29 yards that time.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
He'll complete this one. Lukaku. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chigakakwo. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point drive. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
I would say they went 3-and-out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3-and-out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1-and-out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Fields.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Tressway on fourth down is sent out to punt.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Yep, he's got him in. Complete.
Still going.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Drake London.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Seahawks continue to pull away here in this first half.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Back to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see a franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
From the 39, Fields. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Giants on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Fields forced out to his left.
Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
They snap it to Fields.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Mayfield.
That's complete downfield to Okonkwo.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Okonkwo
On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point from McManus is good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Off play action, Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time.
Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
He's got his tight end. That's Lyman.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Mayfield looks to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
To throw, Mayfield. This is Jennings. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And again, it's Mayfield. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tony Pollard He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Back to throw. Fields
rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Tyreek Hill, 69 yards.
And the Giants are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield now. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Mayfield to throw it.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Mayfield off the play fake.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 15-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you have to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
McManus's point after is good, and a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get some.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Tyreek Hill.
Touchdown, Giants. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others.
And the Giants get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
And no chance to see a return on a dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
Mayfield.
Got his man, Okonkwo.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Pistol.
Here's Mayfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches.
Now a 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd.
Julian Love picks it.
And the Giants are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
To throw is Fields. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Now Fields.
Flush to his right. he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Here's Fields.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. A final shot before the break. Fields.
And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
But one thing I know for sure, the standard speech is to treat the game like it's tied. But when you have an advantage, they also tell you, make sure you don't get your foot off the gas. Message received.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing, Mayfield. And a catch right side by Evans. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Juwan Jennings.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. After the the touchdown. Here's McManus now to kick it away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. In motion, Hill. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Now it's Fields.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Here's Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down.
48 yards.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Chubb.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Nick Chubb stopped short, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go, and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
Now Mayfield.
He finds his man, Pollard.
And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
2nd and 14.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Jennings. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. They go play action. Mayfield.
And this is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a give here to Pollard. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 42. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. To throw, Mayfield. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
They get this out quickly to the left side. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 21 yards there, a big play on 4th down.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Over the middle, caught by London.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Drake London
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Seahawks are pouring it on.
No one left in the backfield as they send a man left. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And fighting down inside the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Fields now to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down.
Tyrell Dodson
gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, he stays up. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. 49 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw. Fields.
Flush to his right.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
And Chubb will try the middle here. He stiff arms him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. They're looking at third and a few inches. In motion, Hill. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Fields. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
2nd and 7.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal. In motion, Hill. They'll run with Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Operating from the gun, Fields. Touchdown! Travis Kelsey from 10 yards out.
And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here. But it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave the stadium.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive.
There he goes, left side. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Chigakakro,
74 yards.
And the Seahawks are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. To throw again on 2nd down.
Fields.
Steps away to his... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Derek Hall in there, no time to get into the turf. Now 3rd down and very long. Out of the gun, Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the sideline he goes.
And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown.
Josh Downs taking it in. And the Giants are able to at least get one score back.
Extra point by Gay is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But
and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
That late touchdown stretching their lead a bit further here in the 4th quarter, and Charles' undefeated team once again looking sharp in this ball game.
And how about what they've done on offense? Because prior to this game, we didn't expect this offense to play as well as what we've seen in this one. They decided to jump out there and jump up with the rest of the team and help preserve their undefeated status.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
From the gun, here's Fields. Now this taken in by Downs.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down.
Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the 1st down sack.
Fields.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year.
Pick it up. You're embarrassing us.
What was that? Are you kidding me?
The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for two. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
He finds his target. It's Evans. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. It's caught by Jennings. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Mayfield. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. And the connection not there. Incomplete. Just 14 seconds down to the final couple of plays here. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film and find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Here we go.
And one last throw here for Fields.
Buying time to his left. He's going to let it fly.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Roddy Hickman with a pick. And the Seahawks come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
I have no idea what the top speed is. I know there's high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything